All our lamps were kerosene lamps. Nowadays, we use them as hurricane lamps, used only during electrical blackouts. When I was a child, it was a necessity. I may add that we had no electricity in most parts of our town, even up to the time when I was married. They didn't get electricity then until much later than 1936. That was the year that Dad and I were married. Now, the whole town has electricity, and everyone there has the gadgets to use. We had lanterns for going out to the barn, to the fields if necessary at night, or to go looking for a straight cow into the woods after dark. And there were many such emergencies. Many times, a lantern was hooked onto a wagon or a buggy if night travel was necessary. When I was still very small, my father went to work in Norwich during the winter months. We needed the money. At that time, we had only a few cows and so forth, which my mother could handle herself. My dad came home weekends. He boarded in the city during the week. Someone had to get him after work on Fridays because it was a distance of about 10 miles. My brother Walter was only a kid, say 8 or 9, and he had to go to the city to get him. Can you imagine driving a horse and wagon that distance alone at that age and through the dirt country roads? But that was nothing unusual. The boys could handle it and were expected to do so. Then, and always then, there was a lantern tied to the wagon, because by the time he and my father returned home, it was dark. Sometimes Bill went with Walter to keep him company. I don't remember how many winters he did that, not many. I'm sure it wasn't many, because he learned to solve money problems by raising farm produce and selling it to city folks as well as to the summer residents around Gardener's Lake. There were many wealthy people with summer homes around the lake. Also, my parents sold eggs, butter, cheese, and whatever else to get money to meet expenses. You see, our farm had to be built up. We needed sheds for machinery and other buildings, which I mentioned previously, chicken coops, silos for the barn, and so forth.